Hi and happy full moon in Gemini, and it's also a frost moon as well, as we can tell with the weather getting colder and colder now that we're in December. So even the moon has a name that expresses that as we get towards the end of the calendar year. The general energy of this moon, which I felt as it's a Gemini full moon, the energies today and still tomorrow as well. I feel like this Gemini moon is very sociable and all about communication. This moon is highlighting who the people you are, who the people are that you want to spend your time with, and those who are not serving you by spending time with. So you might realise connections that you no longer want to hold because they're draining you and your resources not serving you, or you may be making brand new connections which are serving you and leading you in the right direction, or even strengthening current ones, bringing new life, which leads me nicely on to the card I picked from Isis for this moon cycle for everybody. That's this one, which is Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. So Isis is saying that for us, with this energy of this particular full moon, it's all about resurrection. So things that we thought had died or were no longer part of our lives are going to start coming back in. So it might be that you rediscover or maybe rediscover old connections again that you thought had fizzled out, and then suddenly they're there again, or many things. But there's a feeling of being like the phoenix and rising from the ashes, in a positive way, things that maybe we've neglected, and now is the time for them to come up again. So, and obviously with a name like myself, Moonlight Phoenix, sounds great to me. So I also wanted to talk on this particular full moon video about my own personal rituals for the full moon, in case you wanted some ideas if you've never done anything for the full moon and maybe you would like your own practices. So I'd like to share a bit about my own practices for the full moon. Usually I do host a women's circle every full moon, but 3 weeks ago I've moved, and at the moment I'm just trying to find when will be a good time and things to start up again, where and stuff like that. So at the moment I'm not holding that, but usually I would do. But there's lots of things I do personally for myself as well. One of the things I like to do every full moon is do some full moon readings with oracle cards. You can also use tarot cards, of course, whichever cards you like to use if you do so. There's some spreads I really highly recommend. If you're on Instagram, there's a few accounts I follow that do really good spreads, all related to the particular full moon energies. So they are the accounts of Ethany, Seeds of Shakti and Tarotize. That's Ethany, Seeds of Shakti and Tarotize. I really recommend them. I find them really enlightening spreads, and yeah, they're really cool. So definitely go and check them out. They share them for free on the Instagram accounts, and I know that Ethany also has a website as well. I think it's something like ethany.com, and if you go there you can find all the spreads as well, and she normally does them for like the Sabbats as well, so that's really worth having a look at if you're on social media. And another thing I like to do, I have a set of goddess cards, and normally I would do this with my women's circle, but the last couple of months I've been doing it for myself. I like to pick a goddess card, and whichever goddess I pick I then work with for that moon cycle. So I'll pick a goddess, and from the full moon to the new moon I'll pray and work with this particular goddess that I've picked on things to release, to do with whichever energy she relates to. And then from the new moon to the next full moon, I'll then ask for her help in bringing things in. So this month I've picked my card just before the video, and I've got Hestia, and there's a little message on my cards as well. So it's your home is your sanctuary, which is quite appropriate, seeing as that as I said, I moved 3 weeks ago. I picked this goddess a few months ago as well, funny enough, in the lead up to actually finding a new place. So it's interesting that she's come back in now that we've moved. So I guess, you know, with Hestia now, it will be a case for me, because she is the goddess of the hearth. It will be about settling in the new area that I've moved to, and bringing in things to help us stabilise and settle into the place, but also releasing anything that's holding me back living fully in this area and this home. So really being able to make it my own. So that's really cool. If you fancy me picking a card for you, you can just leave a comment under this video if you like, and I'll pick one for you. And I'll leave a comment underneath or reply to you and let you know which goddess come out for you. So, as I was saying, I do the full moon readings. I always pick a goddess card. I like to do a ritual of some kind. You can do whatever ritual. You can open sacred space, and then depending on the energies of that particular moon, you might want to do something related to that. So you might want to do a form of meditation, you might want to do your readings as part of that ritual, you might or offerings in that ritual. So for this one you could do something about friendships or communication, things like that. Put your crystals out if you have them to charge under the full moon. Another thing that you can do, and everyone can take part in this, something I take part in now as well. As most of you know, I'm a moon mother, so I do womb blessings and womb healings. Part of wombblessing.com now is that we also do full moon meditations in the months in between the worldwide womb blessings. They're free and you don't have to register to take part or anything. It's working with the colours of moon rays. This particular month it's working with pale pink and with the black rays of the moon. Somewhere I have written down what they're for. Yep, so the rays of the moon, the pale pink is the gift of higher female love, and then combined with the black ray brings us female energies of rest, security, acceptance, peace, but also action as well. All you need to do to join in is just go to wombblessing.com/moonmed.html. That's wombblessing.com/moonmed.html. When you get there, there's a download page. Just download the one for November, and that will link you to a page with the words for the meditation so you can take part. Or there is also a download option for an audio if you'd rather have someone speaking for you and listen to that. And it's for free. Men can take part as well, but if they do take part in the meditation, then they have to leave out the symbology of the tree that's in the meditation, as that's to do with the womb, and men have obviously a different energy system. So instead they can imagine breathing in and out the pale pink and black rays, or they can imagine just being surrounded by the pale pink and black rays. So that's for free and you can do that. So there's quite a few things you can do. So all in all, quite a good positive energy I feel with this full moon, and I'm certainly feeling the sociability and friendships coming back into my life at the moment, so I feel the energy's already working nicely. So I'm sending you lots of good thoughts that your relationships and friendships all, prosper and the right people are drawn into your life. And I look forward to talking to you again on another video. Blessed be. Aho.